But what goes on?
You bastards. You thought you could get rid of me with those poisonous boot weasels. Well, I got some news for you. You forgot I'm a bloody time-traveling adventurer. By the way, while I was trying to save myself from your guys' ambush, I took something of yours.
You son of a bitch!
And Bouken is still the superior Sentai.
We'll see about that.
What do I have?
Yeah. So,
What do I have?
Shall we get started?
You know what? We're not here to do a public execution today, so.
No, I've been crucified enough by those boot weasels. No,
I didn't tell you to go in there.
Yeah, I won't forget about what you did to my legs, guys. Misery, misery, misery. All you think I know is misery. Well, you'd be right. I know a lot about misery. You know what else I know a lot about? Kamen Rider Zeztz, episode 30. Order.
Hey, we have the title card today.
Yes, because I came prepared. And just so that we're clear, as it turns out, the word order in this case actually refers to command, not things not being chaotic.
Yeah.
Huh. And yes, I was in Japan for the last 2 weeks.
God, you were eating at the Kamen Rider diner every week, every damn day. You were posting.
No, I wasn't. Actually, no, because it's all the way in Ikebukuro, and I was literally everywhere else except the last day. Like I was in Aokigakure, Fuji, Hakone, Kyoto, Osaka, Kamakura, Yokohama, Hiroshima, Nikko.
You went on a tour group, didn't you?
I didn't. I went solo.
So you basically spent like a day in each area and then left.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He tried to save Nagano.
Some people would not say that's like a vacation. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's more like sightseeing than, well, either or, who am I to say? People spend thousands of dollars to play homeless here in Coachella, so yeah. I'm like, do not judge someone's vacation. I mean, if you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I personally maybe I would have done a week in the metro and a week in the country.
But, I mean, that's basically what I did. I spent like 4 days in Tokyo, and
I mean, here's the thing about it though, is that you know, my range of where I was totally different than what yours was.
Uh-huh.
You actually saw what I wanted to see than I originally did.
Yeah.
Did see countryside. Did go to Nara Deer Park.
I did go to Nara.
a lot of foresty areas. Yeah. But you know, when you're in the metro, that's really like that. It kind of overwhelms you, especially for a Toko fan. Mm-hmm. Because you tried to sightsee all the areas and where Toei actually filmed a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just Sentai or Kamen Rider. Like, I'm talking about, like, films and movies and music videos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I was even in the part of Yokohama train tracks where they did Slam Dunk.
I remember being in the, was it Shinjuku? Was it? So it was the train station that the third Heisei Gamera movie was filmed at. The ending of the third Heisei.
Revenge of Iris.
Yeah.
That probably was Shinjuku. I did not go to Shinjuku. I was in Shibuya and then skipped straight to Ikebukuro.
Did you? Well, I don't know if you did because I'm like the timing, but did you go into Sun City? Did you go to the Pokemon Center?
Yes, actually, in Shibuya. Not the Ikebukuro one, but the Shibuya one. And the funny thing is, I just wanted to go to JoJo World, and it just so happens that the Pokemon Center was the same building. And the thing is, I didn't even know it. I'm like, it's like, oh look, the Pokemon Center. I may as well check that out while I'm still like trekking to find JoJo World. And incidentally, JoJo World was both the Pokemon Center and JoJo World are both on the 5th floor of the same building, as well as
there was that little incident that happened in Ikebukuro Pokemon Center.
Yeah, I did not go to that Pokemon Center. I didn't even think about whether or not to go to that because again, the only reason I went to Ikebukuro is literally to eat at the Kamen Rider diner or
did you make a reservation?
I did walk in.
Okay, because when I went, they said I had to make a reservation. So I guess times have changed.
It's also probably depending on how busy it is. Because when I was there were only like a few parties. Like there was like maybe like 4 other people that were dining solo, and a group of 5 like in a separate table elsewhere. Not gonna lie though. That Zeztz blood orange soda was actually really good. And yes, I had the dark candy cake.
Yeah,
yeah. And it turns out Mike is the great leader now, or maybe he was this entire time.
I mean, well, since you bring it up, I'm gonna ring it up. I can't wait to discuss Drive with Steve. Yeah.
You know what I have to do now, right? I have to get my Kabuto Zector and kick your ass.
Not unless I pull out my Kabuto Zector. Or maybe I should pull out my Atlas Zector. When I get it!
Yeah, me too. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that.
Well, here's the thing. I'll be Kabuto, you be Dark Kabuto.
I was thinking I'd be Kabuto Prime and you'd be all Decade Kabuto.
No.
Yeah,
you see, I'll be Hiro Mizashima Kabuto. You'll be Decade Kabuto.
Because unlike you, I can actually say Oba-chan ga iteta. Ten no michi subete wo tsutsu otoko. Tendo Suji.
We can talk about that when we
What do you mean I can't say that? I've been able to say that for years.
So was I. But at least I'd say it with the correct accent. And I was actually at Tokyo Tower, like with the finger pointed up.
Who says I can't do it with the actual accent?
I've yet to see you do it.
Very well.
Very well.
Okay. I think we're getting off topic. I think Steve is a little like flustered right here. So like that's
what is in Tokyo Tower right now? Because there's always like some type of thing going on in Tokyo Tower.
Right now, it's mostly like a Sakura themed thing because it's almost Golden Week. But yeah. But to sum up, I did cultural exploration as well as like geological expedition. So like I actually went to like active volcanoes and like underground caverns full of ice where you have to be practically almost completely horizontal in order to traverse this very narrow passageway. So yeah. What about Bouken through and through? Okay, but yeah, so now that we're talking about realizing our dreams, let's realize this dream, case 30 order. We find out that Minami is not his sister, kind of, sort of, not really. She kind of is, but also not really. Like, we were on the edge of our seats last week, not gonna lie, but turns out it was partially a nothing burger. Like, best way I can describe it, it's kind of like reverse Kabuto.
She literally, we hoped last week after the beatdown that what was said was actually a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like we have gone through so much with Minami.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, as I stated last week, I was like, she cried for him. She stood by his bed all night. She was like worried. She was putting herself in the front lines this whole time. And you're gonna tell me that she's a sleeper agent? That she was this has all just been an act? Then why do you care? I'm like, if you're an agent, I'm like, okay, give me that's kind of, oh man, that is just horrible. That like, oh yeah, you care so much, but you're like, no, I work for code, so I don't really care. I just kind of acted like I did. And I was like, oh no. You cannot make us hate Minami. You cannot make us hate her. That is bullshit. It's true.
I'll say this: the more you love a character, the more painful the betrayal. So, like, if she did betray him, like we probably end up hating her more than 3.
Well, you know, here's the thing. I mean, it's something that we've talked about in past Rider shows compared to the now. You know, most of the time, family characters, they're kind of relegated to the background. We don't really. I mean, Blade was a very good example of that. You know, it's like, why do we have little sister and her mom? Why do we have a brother character? Why do we have a grandfather or someone in this show? And yet we do nothing with them. They're just there. They know what's going on. It's almost the same level as like people would say in Oz with Chayako. But at least I'm like, you know what?
Chayako actually did stuff.
She did stuff, but she didn't stay in the dark forever. And it's like, she kind of, even when Hina told her, she's like, I kind of already figured it out because I did see it with my own eyes, but I decided to stay quiet because I
wanted to wait for you to be ready for it.
It's more like she wanted like for them not to worry about her, but also that she had their backs. Like she played Mama Bear all the way through it, especially towards the end when Eiji and Ankh were like, no, we have to go, Hina. We have to be there for our boys. And and that's the thing also here with from I would say from Double all the way up to now, there have been some characters, some families, some side characters that have gotten more attention than the main cast, and that actually we have feelings for more, like, oh, something happened to Nem or something happened to Baku. I'm like, well, that's a given. We know something would happen to them. But Minami, I know she hasn't really done much, but she's still been there.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, oh, you know, an episode or two ago, the dream is her being the agent. And I'm like, okay, so that means Minami is the one that we're focusing on.
Have you guys ever read We Dream It For You Wholesale? Sorry, We Remembered For You Wholesale?
No.
It had a film adaptation with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And like basically, you know, it's like you got this guy and like he dreams like he wants to like fantasize about going to Mars and stuff, and like he dreams of like being it's like, what if we implanted memories that you're just a secret agent, and then you were made to forget that you went to Mars. How that sounds like, okay, but then turns out that those were his actual memories. He really was a secret agent. He really did go to Mars. He really did have his memory wiped. So like when they did the implant, it's like it basically messed with him where like he can't tell reality from fiction.
We're talking about Total Recall.
That's the film adaptation.
Yeah,
but here's
yeah,
here's the fun part. But here's the fun part. Like at the end, it's like okay, I'm gonna turn myself in. But how about this? What if we came up with a new implanted memory where we pretend like none of this ever happened, and there's like a reason why everything that just happened without me being like an outlaw. It's like, okay, how about this? What if you had a memory as a child where you met some tiny furry aliens, like space ferrets, and like basically only you could understand their language. You saved them arbitrarily, so now they're holding the Earth hostage in a way where like they promise to like not destroy Earth so long as you stay alive. So then it's like, okay, but then when they implant that memory, it turns out that memory was also true.
Yeah, this is why dreams are so fucked up.
Yeah.
This is why memories are so fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. But, and let me tell you, I had some fun watching the TTFC special with Agent Minami. But it's kind of interesting how like it culminates with like, oh dang, she was a code agent the whole time.
I mean, I thought to myself, wait, why are we focusing on Minami first and foremost?
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially that whole thing of her being like, oh, I'm the agent now. I'm like, and I am just, oh man, I'm hoping that she's not, because we're already in a crucial moment of this show.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why I bring it up, because it's like, what if a real life agent who's undercover has a dream that they're an agent?
Like, this poor guy has been shot and killed and put through so much crap. Like, he doesn't know what to believe in anymore. And then the worst part is like, yeah, your family is actually a bunch of secret agents who have been just grooming you since you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not really, you're just there. It's just like, what? Because the look on Baku's face last week, after he got done like literally beating the hell out of his sister, and then Nox telling him the truth. And even in the first like 3 minutes of this show, you know, like just like her actually confessing the truth, removing her necklace, which actually had the number 17 engraved. I was like, oh fuck.
Which is weird, because like with the black cat, you'd think that's like it would be number 13 or something.
Here's the thing, though, I don't recall her ever wearing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall her wearing a necklace.
Maybe it was like hidden under her clothes. Like maybe she's like wearing like a neck-high shirt and like.
I'm like, I never have noticed her wearing a necklace in this show, but then finally when you see the number 17 like just stamped on there, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Also, I did notice in Japan that there is like a capsule with a black cat on it. So it's kind of because like I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember a black cat capsule in the show, and then I'm thinking maybe it's from the Agent Minami special, because there is a cat nightmare in it. But now it's like, oh dang, because like she's got the necklace, like maybe that capsule actually ties to her more now. Yeah,
Minami will actually get a rider suit, because there have been designs and concepts that have been leaked of a female rider in this show other than Koreha. Like, could be possible that Minami could be another ally for Baku. But I mean, the look on Baku's face when she actually admits that she is an agent, and like, oh, the guy is ready to literally beat her again. Mm-hmm. He is like really like, oh, he's mad. He is furious, and I don't blame the kid. I don't. But it's like, again, I was like, okay, honey, I don't think right now is a good time for you to say you're sorry, because you already know what the fuck has been going on. And honestly, well, I mean, yeah, she's got a little cattail on her to kind of solidify that she is the nightmare. She is infected. but just that we're trying to have this really serene, wholesome moment, and emotions are flying, but you hear her running away, and there's a little jingle bell following her.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, now is not the time for that. But yeah, we fast forward through our intro within an intro, and obviously, Nausicaa, best girl that she is, goes to comfort Minami while Fuji is talking to Baku. And obviously, yeah, that's a lot to take in. That really is. It really is a lot. You know, because it's like, wait a minute, but she's my sister. Like, how could this be a thing? Well, we do actually get an explanation to that. So we all know that their parents are dead. They have passed on. It's only them. So apparently Zero, who Mike apparently kept bumping into in Japan.
Yeah.
Zero came and literally told Minami the truth about their parents. That, oh, I was their supervisor. Like, did I come to bear my condolences? But there's something that I need to tell you. It's like, oh, well, let me get my brother. Because no.
It concerns your brother.
This is just for you.
Yeah.
It's something your parents knew, and it's something that you should know.
So as it turns out, they were his parents were handlers.
Yes.
Who were like supposed to be fake parents for him. But then they decided to break procedure and have a real daughter.
Yeah, they got busy and had Minami, which is kind of like, wait, so if Minami is a sleeper agent, then how the heck is like, well, again, Minami is little sister. She had no idea of this. She had no clue. It's not like, oh yeah, we're gonna take a random kid from that classroom that we had shown like episodes ago and then put her there. No. She was actually conceived during the mission, which is a big no-no for spies. But again, their parents decided, let's not say anything. This is your brother. I'm your mother. I'm your father. And blah, blah, blah. Only for Zero to blow the lid and be like, yeah, no, those were your parents. They actually are your biological mother and father. It's just that you're not supposed to sleep with your coworkers. You know, any HR handbook will tell you. But
I mean, some would allow it if you sign a non-disclosure agreement,
but people honestly, seriously follow that rule. I'm like, well, as the old saying goes, don't shit where you eat. But I mean, if it works out, it works out. But regardless, Minami is like, wait, so yeah, Baku technically is not your biological brother. He was being cared by your mom and dad, who was their job to raise him. Then they had you, and then you were brought up to believe that this kid, Baku, is your older brother, when in actuality, that's not the case.
Anyway, so we want you, so your next mission, be a good sister.
It's not even a mission, Mike. He pretty much strong-armed her into doing it because he said, well, look, the bottom line is this. We need someone to keep doing the job. Still, my condolences.
And the best person to do it, but then the best person is you. If you don't want to do it, then we'll just get someone else.
Is going to do it. Yeah, we have to remove you from the house, and then someone else will take care of Baku. Which, no. And so she decided, I am going to be a code agent, which it took the hatred away from me for a moment with Minami and just gave me sympathy for her. Because I'm like, oh my God, I swear if she is just one of those kids and this is all just like some bull, I'm like, code is evil if they actually did that. But no, she is just an innocent girl who lost her parents and now she's going to lose her big brother because of bureaucracy. So she did what anyone would do in that situation: mother, father, sister, brother, grandparents, or uncles that actually care for their families. She went under code training. She literally took on the mantle of being a code agent, secret training, weapons training, how to cover her emotions and all that stuff. How she found the time in doing all this, I don't know. I mean,
especially since she's working as a talent agent.
That's another thing. Is the job that she got, was that actually by her skills, or did code give her that job?
Mm-hmm. Or did they tell her, hey, we need you to find an actual job and use it as a cover? Which would be a middle ground.
And code being a secret agency and everything, they could give her some pretty damn good credentials just to get in and be like, well, how else are we going to find black cases if not from someone who works in the entertainment industry? Mm-hmm. Normally, that's the thing that does where a lot of black cases happen. A lot of high-profile people. Like, all right. And you could really tell that she's really busted up about this, reminiscing about it all, because she kind of was like, I don't know if I made the best choice, because technically he's not my brother, so why did I care? And it's up for Best Girl Nausicaa to tell her, it's like, remember that we were talking in the base about what you were doing and like what you wanted to protect. And she just like goes on, like, again, gives that whole front. I'm like, yeah, we know Baku's a goof and unemployable and da 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 da, but you were doing it for him. It's like, why? Why would, if you didn't care, why would you even? It's like, no, you're right. Why did I do it? I talk crap about him. He's a goof, but he's my goof. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, no, oh, mean to me. I take it all back. I take it all back, baby girl. I just want to give you a hug, because you are literally, you have this weight of the world on your shoulders. You knew the whole time, but you decided, I'm not going to tell him. I can't tell him. I would rather, she was going to die last week. She was literally going to die. Right now, it's just like, okay, let's get it all out there. Let's get it all out there. What are we gonna do? Both Minami and Baku. What are you gonna do? You got Nausicaa on one side, and then you have Fuji and Mr. Otaka Nox on the other. Kind of like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. It's a serious drama right now. Although we do have a moment where Fuji and Nox actually do have a moment. And I'm like, no, I understand Nox. I get him.
Yeah.
I totally understand what I mean, especially the last episodes where it's like Code turned their back on him. I'm like, it almost is the same as like, again, maybe sometime this week. I understand why Kamen Rider is such a complex series, because with our new show that we're going to be reviewing, Ryuki, there was a massive tonal change, which still to this day keeps going. Which always like, so is a person good or bad? Is Nox a bad person? Is Shinji? Is Ken, are any of our heroes actually good people on their actions? It's all from a point of view, honestly. Justice is not black and white. And that's the point here. I mean, look at Baku right now. He's rogue, but he's our main character. It's like we're following an outlaw right now. We're following a bad guy, technically.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you look at it.
Yeah.
The same thing goes with Nox. It's like, oh yeah, Nox is an asshole, but he's an asshole with a reason. What are we gonna do? I don't know. We have to wait and watch. Ooh, okay. What else do we have here? What else do I have written down?
Yeah, so basically, they both need some space.
Oh, yeah.
And so basically Fuji talks to Baku, while Eggplant talks to Minami, and they basically say the same thing. Listen, like it may suck that like she's a code agent, but the thing is, she still loves you. She's still your sister, man. Or like, yeah, you may be a code agent, but the thing is, you grew up believing he was your brother, and you still loved him for it, and you continue to sacrifice yourself for him. Like he's still like he may not be your brother, but he is your bro.
That's kind of the question both of them are having right now. That they're like, look, now it's out, now it's there, but how can we keep going, knowing what we are to each other? I just say that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Minami, you grew up with him. That should matter more than anything else in the world. You want it. I mean, technically, you're not even technically on Code's payroll. So it's up to you. You want to fight each other, go ahead and do it. Either or, we know that there's going to be some platinum blonde getting involved in here with his bunny slippers.
Yeah, he just shows up out of nowhere.
I swear, the man is just like, just like, hey, what? He's like the dude from The Big Lebowski. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, again, purple bathrobe and silk pajamas with bunny slippers and all. Just gonna, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna just sit here outside of the outdoor auditorium and theater where we have hosted many a Kamen Rider and Sentai shows, because that's really where they are. I'm just gonna sit out here and kind of like last week. I just want to fuck things up. I woke up today and I just said to myself, things are going too smoothly today. I'm gonna fuck it up. I love this man. I love him more than I did Tachibana. Tachibana was a bitch when he went in Blade. And I'm like, here's like, you know what? Why is it that I love the psychopath more than I loved Garen? I don't know. Better writing, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, but hey, again, at least we're not doing Forze, because then things would be really confusing.
You know what someone needs to do now? Someone needs to take footage from both Zeztz and Blade, but have it to where it's like Tachibana sees his future, and he sees him as Dawn being, a sadistic sociopath, and then end the video when with that one scene from Blade to where Tachibana goes,
oh yeah, the famous scream that he did.
Yeah.
We need to do that. We need to do that. We need to get on that. It's like, yeah, you went blonde.
Yeah, Tachibana sees his future.
You went blonde, of all things, which apparently Mr. Ando actually has dyed his hair. Many people say that that's a spray job or that's a wig. No,
that looks like it was dyed to me.
That's actual hair, people. I'm like, the things people say, I swear, I'm like, that's actual hair. Not to mention, he could easily dye it back.
Yeah, just dye it black again.
Yeah, just dye it black again. Yeah. It's not like it's purple or something outrageous.
Yeah, I mean, I've dyed my hair before. But long story short, it was back in 2013 when I did my very first cosplay, which was Captain Marvelous, and I wanted it to look authentic, so I dyed my hair black rather than just thinking of getting a black wig.
Wait, that was your real hair?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So I remember when the natural blonde was growing back, people were telling me, hey, you got a bald spot on the back of your head. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, I'm 20 years old. I can't have one of those. And then I'd like take my phone or a camera and look back there and take a picture, and I'm like, oh, I'm not balding. It's just the blonde growing back. Oh, thank God.
The roots in my hair. The roots is coming out.
Roots. Yeah. You can't outrun your roots, man.
Well, yeah. Also, I do love Steve's like his style here. You know, the purple bathrobe really just kind of it accentuates the eyes and the hair. It really makes him just seem absolutely batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? I couldn't tell he was batshit crazy.
I mean, like, seriously, I'm like, wait, this is the bad guy that we got to deal with? He's got bunny slippers and a bathrobe on. Yeah, and? I've seen people wearing straight jackets and whatnot, and they're not as crazy as this guy is. Not to mention he rains down razor blades.
And his finisher involves an Iron Maiden.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy, and he enjoys this crap. So
okay, now we need to have him fight Oja. See which one of them is more unhinged.
Oh man, we still have a couple of weeks to do before we get to Oja.
I've been doing my homework. I have been some behind the scenes of that show, and character blogs and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, anyway, we have a fight with Minami, Catgirl, and Baku to the point that it's like, are we gonna have a repeat of what happened last week? No.
Mm.
From I know using the cliche is just like Baku going Super Saiyan. No, that's not what this is. It is, but it isn't. Baku, he gets a flashback of everything of him and his little sister.
Yeah,
and just like he can't kill her. He's not gonna do it. He can't do it. He won't do it. And for some reason, all I could say is he accesses the Henshin device from Blazar. He summons the rainbow pinwheel attack.
Yes.
The rainbow pinwheel.
Yeah. I call it the rainbow donut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute, isn't it the rainbow donut?
Man, this takes us way back when we first did Blazar.
Yeah, he activates the rainbow pinwheel of dreams, and you know what it was, and I was like, I don't know why, but because of recent events that happened, I was like, oh, Baku didn't. They didn't. Well, obviously, he couldn't do it, but I'm like, our big bulky Hulk boy slimmed down.
He cast it off.
He cast off.
Zeztz. Or Grasshopper. I don't know.
Cast off. And just all I'm waiting for is a freaking damn horn to come up. And I was like, oh, he cast off, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, what I love about his new suit is that it does give me Blazar vibes because of how it looks so like a bio armor, yeah. And but the one downside though is you don't notice it as much because Catastrom is so bulky.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's slimmed down now, the Catastrom capsule looks so big. It's protruding so far outward.
It literally is covering his entire chest.
Yeah.
It's like a slab is on. It's almost the same as Blazar, where obviously, yeah, it's but only one part of him had the transformation while the rest stayed the same. Especially when he went into his fire mode or something. It's that's pretty much what it is. It's a completely silver background with just the accent of color here. which is like less is more, people. But unlike Blazar, apparently Baku now is able to rewrite the world. He has inserted the Game Shark to put in cheat codes now.
Yeah, like the thing you announced says anatomize.
I think the form is called Ordrum.
It's called Orderm.
I say Ordrum just because I'm like trying to like, but either or, yeah. Apparently, this thing, we don't know what this thing is. It's brand new to us, and even to Sieg. I was about to say Tachibana for a minute.
Yeah.
I was technically not wrong.
Libra.
It was just like, oh, so what is... He literally is like a kid. He literally is a kid, just like, ooh. Just like, what do we have here? Which, yeah. Again, Baku uses the power of the Game Shark or the Nintendo Power Genie to use the code to punch his sister right in the gut, but separating her from the nightmare.
Yeah. It's basically
I love how Don Sieg is just like, are you freaking kidding me?
No, he's like, it's almost as if like he ordered a cup of coffee from Starbucks and they gave him his wrong order. Like, this is not what I ordered. That's the look that he's getting. Like, what? What? Yeah, I'm like, again, Baku, you just knocked out your sister. She's laid out. Yeah, but I freed her though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Crazy Diamond from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like when he punches through his mom to pull out Aqua Necklace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, obviously Minami is fine. She's just like, and of course Sieg is just like, I wanted him to throw a tantrum. This seriously would have been like him throwing a tantrum, but no, he was just like, that son of a bitch cheated. Like, yeah. Well, you cheated too.
Yeah, but rules for thee, not for me.
Remember, Sieg, you're the one who corrupted the dream. You made Minami the nightmare. You wanted Baku to kill her. That wasn't the dream. And now you're like, oh, you did not just use a game genie on me, you piece of shit. Yeah. And he even used the power glove too. You know how difficult that thing was to use? But yeah, now Baku can actually kill the cat, which the cat was not the nightmare, it was his sister, giving us the 777s and the final 3Zs to eliminate it, and it's like, yeah, it's done, it's over.
Yeah, but, and the two of them resolved, like, we'll work together to take down Code.
But we leave off with one final word from our precious blonde boy, Sieg. Again, the man has such good hair in this episode. While indeed, yes, it's all done and over with, Sieg looks over to the side and sees Nem. Well, yeah, Nem's been here the whole time. And he's just like, he just looks at her like, he knows something. He knows something that we don't know yet. Looking at the precious little dream girl and saying, let's make a really bad dream happen. Just looking at her from a distance, menacingly. No? Okay.
Yeah. But no, it's yeah, and also, what's his name? Nox returns to Zed-80, and it's like, well, so you have trust issues, I see. Well, Kodar's still the bad guys. I did not change my mind about that, but I'm starting to think you're a little sus yourself. So,
well, I mean, I'm not saying, and I don't want it to be, but I'm like, if it's a big no-no to have children while you're in code, what's the deal with them? And what's the deal with the lady? That's my question now that, like, oh yeah, Zero said you're not supposed to, but we still kind of allowed it. Kind of makes me think also, yeah, did Minami's parents die by a nightmare, or was it code that did it? There's so many questions. As for what will happen next, we don't know. We end the episode with Baku and Minami having, I don't know, if it's breakfast or lunch or something.
Brunch.
But I'm not gonna lie though, because Minami like clanks her teacup off screen at such a moment, I almost thought that Baku bit into like a piece of toast that was like extremely hard. That was weird.
I mean, it did look pretty burnt, so
he burnt the toast. So yeah, no, he had the burnt toast, which I'm like, yeah, well,
you know what they say: all toasters toast.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that was case 30 or episode 7 of Kamen Rider Zeztz.
Yeah, order.
Oh boy.
Save the cat.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I did not want where's my cat? Bitch. It's probably off.
Where's my dog?
I swear to God, I did not want to hate. I did not want to hate Minami at all. I did not want them to throw her away, to make her the bad guy. She was just a victim in this whole thing, and I'm like, all right, we're good. I'm like, but also I'm like, so wait, you could just walk away from code, Minami? You renounced yourself from code?
Good luck.
Baku's, they're hunting him down. I don't think they're just gonna let you go. But either or, the family is together for now.
Mm-hmm.
For now. The Zeztz new form. Would this be a secondary form?
Yeah, I certainly don't think it's going to be his final form because
I don't either.
Yeah. Because even though typically, like the final form it shows up around episodes like 31 through 33.
It's too early.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, to be fair, Kiva got his in 24.
Well, I mean,
but it's like,
have you seen those? I don't know if they're actually real or not. They've been floating around social media of people sharing like supposed what if designs that they apparently wanted to do for Kiva and didn't, or like a full like people always wondered, why is it only an arm or the chest that transformed? Why didn't Kiva transform completely? They actually, like, I don't know if they're real or not, but a full-on Garu saber form, the Basha form, the Doga hammer form, even like a combo of the three. And I'm like, why didn't we have this? Seriously, why didn't we? But again, 2008 show. What's done?
Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, but also Build had his final form in episode 40, so it is possible that we're still going to see the final form. It just feels weird to have like the final form be like part 2 of like a dual mode device thing.
Yeah.
Like the cast form and then the cast off, which is like that doesn't it. A lot of people are saying it already is the final form, which I'm like, this doesn't feel like the final form. This feels like an upgrade to Catastrophe.
Or like it's the penultimate form, like the form right before the final form.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, I like it. I do. It's just that I don't think it's the final form.
Yeah, weirdly enough, Gob's final form was a like dual form device. But I at least appreciate the way he implemented it, But yeah, let us know what you guys think about like what you think his final form is going to be. I'm pretty sure it is going to be something that involves his parents, probably.
Yeah, now that you mention the parents, there has to be something that they like what actually happened to them, You can't just leave that. Like, oh yeah, they're just dead. No, there was something. There's something.
Yeah. I remember that one line from Harry Potter. After your mother has been blown up, you said she died in a car crash. What? James and Lily Potter died in a car crash? This is madness. This is a scandal.
The car crash would have been more so better than what the hell they went through.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're gonna do it in this new live action show that they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and what concerns me is that the kid playing Harry in the show looks like he's a much nicer kid than Daniel Radcliffe as a kid. I'm not saying Daniel Radcliffe looks like a jerk. I'm just saying if you had to say which one of these two kids do you think is more likely to be the jerk, you would say Daniel Radcliffe. Mind you, you're comparing two 11-year-olds. But what's funny is that in the book, Harry was a jerk.
Yeah, no, Harry was a jerk. Let's go through and through. But the thing is that when the books came out and then the films, we were all roughly around that time, around the kid's age.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm like, I look at Daniel and I still see that young kid, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, he could be a jerk. We had our criticisms about it. But now that we're adults and they're redoing this again, and you see a young 11-year-old kid, I'm like, a teenager I could totally throw hatred and shade at. Absolutely. But a child, especially how this kid looks, I'm like, okay, this is too innocent in my opinion.
Yeah.
I could be wrong because everyone said that about Daniel. They're like, but Daniel's so innocent though. He's like, again, we're at that point too. We're saying this kid looks so innocent. There's no way he's gonna be like a jerk. Not like his dad, but close to it. I don't see it. He's too innocent.
Yeah, because again, even Daniel Radcliffe, his portrayal in the movie was toned down compared to the actual book.
Yeah, no, in the book, it's like, okay, I seriously.
Yeah, it's like honestly, I'm surprised Hermione's in friends with him and Ron. They're like always talking smack about her, and not just behind her back, like in that one scene. I mean, like.
No, there was a lot. There was a lot.
To her face.
Yeah, no. In the first book, it's like, whoa. But then that whole thing happened, so now they're cool. So I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And Neville was in the Force with them.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in total for this episode, including last week, I know we said that last week's episode was a 10. This one does kind of wrap everything up, so it still stays within that realm of the story. So it's still a 10 for me.
I agree. 10 out of 10.
Great episode. So if you watch it in the entirety, it's like, we had the rising and then the climactic and then finally it all wrapped up. All right, cool. There was nothing else that needed. I mean, obviously the parents, but I don't know if we're ever going to touch on that.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10.
Yeah, for me it's a 9.8. Again, I'm judging it based on just the episode itself, but yeah, no, I was hoping that the trust issues thing would last just a smidge longer, but
well, at least it's not nearly. At least it's not like Neo Saban Power Rangers to where it's like, oh, Rangers can't have a disagreement for more than one episode. Yeah, can you imagine if SPD or Time Force even had those?
Oh yeah, no. Jack and Sky were added for like the longest time.
Until like almost the last 10 episodes, it was so annoying.
I think Wormhole was the episode I think the episode with the meteor was probably the episode where they low key quashed it finally. But like
most of that was coming from Sky though. Sky was seriously the little bitch of the group. Seriously,
and the racist.
Yeah, no, total meathead. Total like
it's like no hate towards Chris Vallette, but
again,
a lot of the shows he's in, he plays some form of racist.
I say it, and we've always said it in the show in these reviews. When we talk about somebody, we're talking about the character.
We're not talking
about the actor. The actor,
just because Brandon Mejia was a druggie in Supergirl, it doesn't mean he's a druggie in real life, you know. But speaking of Supergirl, Chris Vallette played a character who's racist against aliens. Considering that previously he was in Power Rangers racist against cyborgs, you know, it's like being typecast, my dude. You're like the TV version of Ed Norton.
Yeah, no. So obviously, it's Anyway, what do the people have to say? Or are we not doing that right now?
Oh, people do have stuff to say.
But do we wait until we finish off our little secret that we have to discuss?
Oh yes, the secrets. I got a secret formula. It's the only will.i.am song I care about. All right. So, yes. Last week, there was a press conference on April 3rd. And obviously, I was in Hakone that day. So, but yeah. So, Kamen Rider Go-Go press conference. Yeah. So, Go-Go references that it's the 55th anniversary.
Yeah.
You know, when I swore to go to Japan this year, it did not cross my mind that I would be there on April 3rd specifically. And it also did cross my mind that, oh yeah, it's also the 55th anniversary. But yeah, thankfully it's on YouTube, so like I didn't have to like worry about. Yeah, can you believe Tokusatsu is not available in Japan? Darn shame. But yes, so Go Go is a reference to the fact that it's 55th anniversary and to the song lyrics, Go, Go, Let's Go. And yes, it ties to the anniversary brand logo. So let's get right. Actually, hold on. Let me pull out the images. Let me pull out some of the specific images for this. Yeah, so there was a 16-minute press conference where we discussed current and new upcoming projects for Kamen Rider. Just a general. Did you guys watch the press conference when it originally aired on Tokusatsu, or did you guys like wait a little bit before actually getting to watch it?
I did hear the noise of it going on.
Yeah.
But I said to myself, you know what? There's so much noise pollution going on right now that I want to, see it and hear it for myself. Everyone's talking, everybody who's in the fandom is putting in their 2 cents about what this means. And no. So I was actually like, I'll give it like a few hours. And after a while, I did find the video. As we speak right now, I am rewatching it on the official Toei Tokusatsu World official YouTube channel, just to refresh what they were saying and realizing like, whoa, this is a big deal. Like this is not just some fan page. This is not just some like 3 guys talking in their houses about it. This is legit from the horse's mouth. from the company, and them talking about, so I was like, all right, let us watch and let us hear what they have to say. So not right away. Not right away.
All right. Jake, how about you?
I have not seen the press conference. I just, after everything was told, I just read about everything, but I did watch the part to where they announced Kamen Rider Might.
Right. And for me, again, I wasn't able to watch the press conference until after I got checked into my unit in Osaka, because again, like it was like the press conference was like midday on April 3rd, and I was in Hakone for almost the entire day. Like I spent like a good 4 hours on the volcano itself, and whatnot, and it was like, and then I had to take the Shinkansen to Osaka in order to get to my place in Osaka. By the way, it's kind of weird how Edogawa feels like New York, but like more specifically Brooklyn, but Namba feels like freaking LA, particularly what's it called, Rodeo Drive. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, so like it wasn't until like I got into my like lay down on my bed that evening that I actually watched the press conference online. But yeah, so let's get into it. Like there's mainly 4 things discussed, plus a 5th thing that was talked about a little bit less. The first thing was the brand logo, Kamen Rider Go-Go, because 55th anniversary. And we are introduced to 4 particular projects. So let's have a look right here. We got Kamen Rider Chronicle, Kamen Rider Animated, Kamen Rider Premium, and a certain 4th thing that we'll get to
that
a little bit later.
Legitimately has been like the talk of people, and especially the pronunciation of the word. Like I have seen people say Kamen Rider Myth, which that from actual Japanese, that's actually myth, but of course how they say it. I'm like, okay. And other people have been saying it's meist or mice. I'm like, a mouse. Kamen Rider mouse.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it. I don't think that's how it looks.
I mean, because it's like if you turn the logo slightly, it looks like a sharp cheese, and I'm like,
yeah, and if you close one eye and tilt your head 15 degrees, and then close your other eye, totally looks like a mouse.
I'm not saying you're wrong, dear sir and or madam, or everything in between. But a mouse-themed Kamen Rider.
Unless they're trying to do, like, I feel like the mouse-themed Kamen Rider would only work here if Myth refers to like the 12 Eastern Zodiac. So it's kind of like if the Zodiarts were like the good guys.
Maybe. I mean, it could be that. I mean, but I'm like, Myth sounds more because again, 55. Zeztz is actually a very big deal that was also mentioned in the press conference.
Yeah,
because they did actually now confirm the 4 shadowy figures that we see in the intro that we have been like, oh, who are they?
Yeah,
and we have actually been again certified that if I remember right, just by looking at their faces, Kakashi Sensei and Naruto, the voice actors, are actually confirmed to be one of the 2 of these 4 shadowy figures.
Yeah.
So we have 2 former Hokages joining the cast of Zeztz.
Not to mention we had another former Hokage in Boon Boonger.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shikamaru.
Yeah. So wait, Naruto's going to be in this. So you're telling me that Mokuba from Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be one of the characters in Zeztz? Because the Japanese voice actress for Naruto is Mokuba. Is Kaiba's little brother.
Yeah, Kaiba's little brother, yeah. The other voice actress, I know she's from something, I just can't off the top of my head remember. But the other guy who's in this, he is actually a very prevalent voice actor in Japan. I think he's been in JoJo and in Demon Slayer. I just cannot remember who he actually is.
Bryce Tappenbrook?
Yeah.
So wait, this means that both the Kaiba brothers have been in Kamen Rider, because Kenjiro Tsuda, who voices Kaiba, was Redyu in Gain.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Yusei Fudo was in Gavan.
So I did not know this, and this was also a thing that really got a lot of people, again, for people our generation. The voice for the drive for Zeztz was actually done by what his name Mr. Yamadura Koichi Yamadura, who is the voice of Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. That is the voice of our Zeztz driver. The Good Morning Rider. That's Spike. I didn't know this. I'm like, what? But apparently the man himself will be making an appearance in the show soon enough. I don't know as what, but Spike Spiegel will be in Kamen Rider Zeztz. It is officially canon. Amazing. Yes, going into these announcements.
Yes.
There has been rumors, there has been chatter about, obviously Futo Pai, however you want to say it, and Tojima are the only well, no, there is the SD.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Sunshine Moon.
They are obviously the only official Kamen Riders that have been turned into anime. Obviously, we have had references before. The Red Ranger is in another world, that anime that is an isekai of a Sentai. Not only referencing Sentai, but also Kamen Rider, which I think when the girl who is the Kamen Rider is actually referencing Decade, if I recall right, because the sound effect was definitely, like Kamen Rider sounding.
Yeah.
So there has been chatter about doing more Kamen Rider animated shows, more anime. We just don't know where, or if it's like an original idea or a revamping of the story. We don't know yet. That's exciting.
All right. So let's get into them in sequence. Kamen Rider Chronicle, not to be confused with that green dude with the creepy face. So Kamen Rider Chronicle is basically a series of projects that focuses on legacy riders. Confirmed projects include, the Agito Psychic War movie, as well as Kabuto Inheritor of Heaven. That was also very, like, Kabuto even more so was specifically referenced as being like the flagship movie for Kamen Rider Chronicle. But they've also introduced new logos for like other future Kamen Rider Chronicle projects, including Kamen Rider Den-O the 20th, which is going to be for next year. It's like they're giving us an advance preview of the logo for it. But that's for next year, not this year. And also recently announced is the 10th anniversary for Kamen Rider Ghost.
Ghost of all things is good. Yeah. That was a surprise to me. Like Ghost is getting recognition here. I'm like, not Wizard, not Gaim.
So let me ask you guys this: like, what seasons would you want to see come back as a Kamen Rider Chronicle movie?
Well, they're already doing Kabuto, so what? I just asked that Hiro Mizushima comes back, please.
I hope so too, but I doubt it.
Yeah,
Who knows? I mean, there have been people that retired from acting and whatnot, and they still came back to reprise.
Honestly, I'm surprised that Takeru Sato showed up in the Heisei Generations Forever movie.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, a lot of people. The thing about Japan is that they're very. I guess the word might be sentimental. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. I mean, in America, it's like if they do a reunion like of some show from 20, 30 years ago, there's always got to be that one that just for some reason is like, no, I never. That's the thing that I don't like. I'm like, look, I understand. I get it. You don't want to be typecasted. You don't want to. I'm not just that guy. I'm not. Okay, yeah, no, but we're just asking you to come back because the fans really want to see you again, and the people, and like in Japan. I mean, it doesn't like look at look at majority of the cast and people who were from 2008 to 2012, like that era of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. A lot of them have become actors, done big movies in Japan, modeling, singing, and yet Takeru Shiba came back for the anniversary, acknowledging the Sentai series. Haruto from Wizard and all, like these guys are big in Japan, and they came back to share their love and their support for their for anniversaries and supposedly new projects. They said they're so down to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember like a lot. There were like a lot of Power Ranger actors. They're like, oh yeah, no, like I don't care for Power Rangers anymore. It's like it was just a dumb show we were part of, and I want to put it behind me. But the thing is, a lot of those actors who shall remain nameless, like they still kept going to Morphicon. Just saying. Yeah, and who knows? Maybe they changed their minds. Maybe back then or more recently. And now, like we're seeing, and then in more recent seasons of Power Rangers, we actually did see some actors come back. Like Dr. K came back, Billy came back, and honestly, Billy coming back, like as much as we gripe on Cosmic Fury, like Billy coming back, that is something that like we did not see coming. Like for once and always, maybe. But for like a full season though, like that was really surprising to see.
I mean, for what we know, the story of David Yost and everything, it really was like, what are the odds? What are the chances?
Mm-hmm.
But he did, because it's like, regardless, he's doing pretty well for himself. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he still is like, no, I do sometimes miss it. And then it was my start. So I'm like, good for you, David. Mm-hmm. Good for you. I sometimes I understand why people don't, I get it, I guess. But I mean, this is kind of what was the stepping stone for you to get to this spot, Why like are you embarrassed? Are you just like, even people who are like artists and performers, like, I never look back. I never look. And yet, unless the paycheck is big enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I can gripe about that for hours of so many people that I know.
Yeah, like I love how like even Ryan Gosling was like, honestly, like my favorite thing that I've ever worked on was Young Hercules. That was my breakout role, and I still look back on it fondly.
It's like, oh, I never, but if the paycheck was big enough, then you'd show up. That's all for the wrong reasons, man. But I mean, whatever. Oh yeah. So no. For Kamen Rider, ooh, let's not do an O's. I don't know how we could even do that.
Yeah, like you had one chance to do O's, and even the Japanese hated it.
Well, I was like, unless you want to say that movie never happened. I'm like, I'm like, no.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the Japanese people, like not just us Americans, but even the Japanese fans hated the movie.
Eiji wasn't even in the movie. I'm like, yeah.
Technically
he wasn't, Jim.
Yeah. Shu Watanabe was in the movie.
Yeah.
Eiji wasn't.
I mean,
he was in the TTFC specials leading up to it.
Yeah. Kiva could be a good one to touch on, especially that ending that we got with the Neo Fangires.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Yeah, especially since with Kiva, it's like Otoya is supposed to show up. Wataru's son came 22 years back in time. So we only need 3 more years, guys. For that to happen.
Kiva definitely could be one that could be touched on. What else? Gaim could also be touched on.
Exactly.
Gaim could be touched on as to all this time, what's happened on Earth? Hell, what happened on that planet that you and Mai went off to, Kota? What happened?
Yeah, Drive and Exit also.
Yeah. I know that. People might want to. Well, how about some older series? All right. What if we actually revisited Ryuki?
Yeah. Well, we kind of did. More in Geo, but I was thinking about going even further back. Like, what if we did a series for Skyrider?
Or just go back to Black and Black RX.
Oh,
but no, we already did those. We already did Black Sun and all that stuff. So
Black Sun's a different universe.
If they did Black RX, I would want to see a story where one, we get a reunion with the sister and the girlfriend, who we still will not refer to by name, because where the hell are you guys?
Yeah.
And also the Sarda siblings, because spoiler alert, their parents died at the end of the series. And then Kotaro, their adopted older brother, just rode off into the sunset. So what happened to these two?
Who knows?
I was literally just about to say that about Black RX. Have it be a reunion movie with the sister and the girlfriend, and also the Sahara siblings. It's what are they up to now? What are their lives like? What's Kotaro up to?
Yeah.
Maybe have him fight as Black RX one more time.
Super 1 for obvious reasons.
Yeah. You could go back to they're already old now. You could go back to X.
Yeah. And I love that X actually did show up in that Guy movie.
Well, he was 70 something years old at that point. Now the man is almost in his 90s.
Yeah.
So,
I know that Murasami from Z-Cross showed up in Geats for a special episode.
Chronicles. But it also, you could touch on a lot, but again, I would imagine it would only focus on from Heisei up to now, since most of Showa,
Yeah. Because, they're already doing Kabuto and Agito, which I wanted to see new movies of, but I'd also love to see. I'd love to see Gaim, maybe Drive. The Kiva one would definitely be interesting, since they could technically do that. I would, if they could go back to Showa. I would definitely like to see a Black RX thing. Another thing that they could do with that is maybe there are some remnants of both Gorgum and Crisis and you could have it be to where it's either like a 3-way battle to where they're all trying to where it's like Kotaro against both those remnants, or maybe like the remnants of Gorgum and Crisis, they make an alliance to take down Kotaro.
Yeah, because there was a lot of in those eras. Like, wait, you may have destroyed the organization, but the society still exists. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's so many possibilities with Chronicle, which we will wait and see. Animated, as stated, again, I guess because of the success of Tojima and Futo PI, they were like, what? Why not make anime inspired shows based off of Kamen Rider? The question is it gonna be like Futo PI, like a continuation or a side story from like a dedicated series, or is this gonna be like its own thing? Is the question I have, because they didn't really elaborate too much on that. Because I'm like, well, if we want to do a PI thing, apparently the same thing with Kiba. There was like manga and light novels that they had for the show, which expanded more on certain things. Which I'm like, okay, but would they like create a whole new Kamen Rider for an anime? Like maybe touch on Aqua, or maybe one of the riders from Ghost, like one of the other Spectres or something, or maybe like Gaim with like the adventures of Alphonse Pierre and Jonichi.
Speaking of Kamen Rider Aqua, I'm still to this day a little surprised that they didn't make him into a Mirai watch for Waz. I mean, yeah, I know like the other future riders were made up of a bunch of reused Kamen Rider parts, but he's still a Kamen Rider from the future, and even shows up in Geo.
Yeah, no, I mean that's my question with animated. Will you be touching on characters and riders like that we only got to see for a little bit? Aqua being one, Saga. I guess I still say that Saga and Kiba didn't really get a lot of story. There seemed to have been like something there, but we didn't get it all. A story about Akira Date and Gitaro being the two births, like their journeys and whatnot.
The double birth riders.
Yeah. What would animated be? That's the question. Well, again, we'll wait and see, because they did not mention anything. They just said we're gonna do it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Exciting stuff to hear.
All right. So moving right along, Kamen Rider animated. So
we just talked about it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, is it going to be like anime adaptations of like older seasons, like how you mentioned Futo PI, or are they going to just do more adjacent anime like Tojima, for example?
Well, like I said, they could do something like Tojima again. They could be a season 2, because there is more.
Because there is more manga.
Yeah. Like I said, focus on something that, like, I mean, the most obvious thing is them doing an anime about the original Ichigo. But like condensing 100 episodes down to like
26.
Yeah, to something that's like manageable.
Give it the One Piece Brotherhood treatment.
Yeah, I mean,
or even have it be like an anime adaptation of the original manga.
Yeah, they did have a live action adaptation of the original manga, so
in Kamen Rider.
Yes,
I mean, no, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I mean, like I said, I'm hoping it's not just going to be like an anime retelling of a show, Like, oh yeah, no. If you want to do the Brotherhood version of Ichigo on, I'm like, for a modern for modern like retelling, okay, that's fine, I guess. But I mean, hopefully, like I would like to see them touch on like I said, stuff that felt light in the series itself. Like Kudo PI was like the side story based off of light novels that like emphasis more on the show, which is like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you imagine like if they animated like Ols again, but it's like exactly word for word, beat for beat of the original show?
I would be. I know that Kamen Rider Spirits was like a thing, and maybe like, and they put more focus on Murasame and Taki. So maybe like that could be. Heck, it'd be cool if there was an anime that was just about like Taki being a secret agent.
Yeah, the Kamen Rider Spirits manga would definitely be interesting to see as like an anime. But I think I read somewhere that the writer for Kamen Rider Spirits, he said something along the lines of he doesn't want an anime adaptation of that because he wants the readers, not the viewers, almost said that. He wants the readers to to have the ability to read the characters' in the original actors' voices, since they're either, some of them are unfortunately no longer with us, or they're just like elderly at this point.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get where he's coming from. But at the same time, I still think it would be cool to see that as like an anime adaptation.
Well, Salinger made a contract with his attorney that Catching the Rye would never have a film adaptation ever. So, needless to say, I would laugh my butt off anytime an English teacher would say, "Hey, we're gonna do a unit on Catching the Rye. Make sure you read the book and not watch the movie because people are gonna like look for a movie version that doesn't exist." But with that in mind, yeah, I see your point. But yeah, no, like I would love to see stuff about like the side characters like Taki, Mari, Keitaro. Just to be clear, Mari from Ichigo, Keitaro from Faiz.
Yeah, let's not go with Mari from Five. We already got too much of her.
Yeah, yeah,
and that not seen in the 20th anniversary movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if they were to touch on like Kiva for animated, or even for Chronicles, like I would love to see more about like Otoya's journey, or even like the King and Maya. Like
or heck, find out what happened to Yuri.
Yeah, what happened to Yuri?
One, she died, and two, who the hell is a baby daddy?
Yeah, I demand to know. So obviously, no, there are things to do there with the animated. So
yeah, no, again, I still say it would be really
not that.
Like it'd be really cool if like there was a Kamen Rider animated where like you actually do get Megumi like finding out that she's like half Wolfen, because it turns out somehow, despite him turning into a ghost, Jiro really did finally hook up with Yuri, and he was the daddy the whole time.
Oh, you know what would be another interesting thing for like a Kamen Rider anime? A bunch of Kamen Rider what ifs. Like you could do things like, what if Nobuhiko was the one who was able to get away, but Kotaro was the one who got brainwashed?
Yeah, that's actually a really fun idea.
That is actually, yeah.
Dude, what if they do?
Or what if Murasame never got his memories back? Yeah. Or what if what's it called? Or what if Gills became the true Agito instead of Shuichi? Yeah, just an idea. And we already discussed a couple of what ifs for Ryuki, so like I think we can leave that one alone. Or heck, like we've seen a what if of Kenzaki sealing away Hajime. What if we got a what if of Hajime defeating Kenzaki?
That'd be interesting too.
Yeah. Alrighty. So moving on to premium. This one was not described quite as clearly, but basically this is more focused on international audiences, especially people who have never seen Kamen Rider. So what I'm trying to understand is like, is this a thing where like they make like international versions of Kamen Rider, like how like we have Power Rangers here, but done better than what Saban did, or like
Oh, are we finally gonna get those adaptations of Faiz and Kabuto from the Wang brothers, like with Dragon Knight?
Well, I mean, from understanding the conference, them talking about premium, that was like they also had mentioned the Akito movie that was already announced with our man um Hiroshi Akiradate being dressed in drag
yeah,
and being one of the villains. Um from my understanding of it, this is like again films and even the Kamen Rider Deno movie, obviously. So it's uh, people have also been speculating that maybe this also will fall under like what they've been doing recently with like CSM or even like the premium items that we have been seeing, like memorial editions that have been hitting the shelves like just ridiculously. Yeah, it is seemed to be like more international.
yeah,
Like
and high budget blockbuster type of
we might get Agito in theaters here in America. We
That
might. I
would
mean,
be amazing. And then
I mean,
maybe it would also give, maybe Shout Factory would be able to release Agito because, don't get me wrong, I greatly appreciate having Kuga and Ryuki on Blu-ray, but it bothers me a little bit how we don't have the season to go that's sandwiched in between the two.
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of like how you could get Tiga on DVD and Guy on DVD, but for some reason Dinah is sold out.
I did. Yeah, that's my understanding of premium right now, because
Yeah.
obviously the Japanese have been very open and notice about their you know their special days that they release movies here in the States, like for one night only, such and such, or when minus one was only supposed to be a one night or like a 2 day thing, and the people demanded that it stay longer.
Yeah.
They have noticed that. They have noticed that the medium, especially with Demon Slayer and more or less Miyazaki films, have been present, and with the case of also the Shin series of Godzilla, Ultraman, and Kamen Rider, they are taking a bound with their Kamen Rider series. So we might maybe get Deno, we might get Agito. They even did announce that there is a mobile game and a couple of video games that they are making
Yeah.
based on the Kamen Riders.
Mhm.
So that could be a thing that would fall under premium. Is that they are now going international and realizing, like, hey, right now with Zeztz is doing very well in terms of simulcasting and streaming. So I think it's time that we open the gates and allow the Kamen Rider to be freely in America and other regional territories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I also find it interesting how we got both Masked Rider and Dragon Knight over here, but yet
Yes.
they don't have any DVD or Blu-ray releases. But yet we have Ryuki and Black RX, which again, very appreciative for. Much rather have Black RX than Masked Rider. I just find it interesting how you have these adaptations that were made for an English-speaking audience, and only the original Japanese version got released. I'd still like it if Dragon Knight got released because Dragon Knight is a gem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I, it as always, this will open the door. Maybe it'll give us more accessibility to the product, and maybe the drives more accessibly, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes with premium. As of right now, there's a lot of good stuff that they have announced.
Yeah. All right. So that brings well, we briefly discussed the mobile game. Didn't really do much discussing in the trailer. We just see like a drawing of a guy with a mobile phone, and then he turns into Kuga, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I thought they were referencing a Kuga anime. I'm like, okay. But no, it's actually the mobile game. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So final announcement is they are normally we wait for like the trademark to leak, and then later on they do a press conference around like November, December, that ballpark. But no, like we now are getting an official logo for the next Kamen Rider after Zeztz. Oh wait, sorry, not December. I meant like around June is what I meant. But yeah, so yeah, the next Kamen Rider after Zeztz is Kamen Rider Myth, and yes, in the press conference it did say it's spelled MYTH like the English word myth, and we are pronouncing it as such.
We are pronouncing it as such in America as myth and other English-speaking territories. Yeah. I know that people have been debating the woman who announces a Kamen Rider Myth, which, again, speaking to some Japanese, I asked them, can you say this word for me? And they all said it the same way, might. And they're like, but it's folklore, it's myth. And you know how hard it is for a Japanese to actually say the word myth?
Yeah, because they see the word letter Y and they're thinking myth, like you got like mew, meow, meow.
Yeah, emphasize on it. It's kind of like when people say like, oh, it's not light Yagami, it's right Yagami. No. Okay, no. I understand. I know how you heard it, but it's written as such. Now, again, we're saying like me if. If you break it down, that's how they're kind of saying it. But it's like it's the word myth. So this is actually big. We're not getting like some type of like some kid online is saying what the leak is. It actually is like from Toei themselves telling us, yeah, this is the next rider.
So it makes me think, if this is like based on myths and legends, is it going to be like based on things like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, yokai, some other Japanese myths?
Might be,
I'm interested to see where this goes and how it's handled.
Also, maybe they might, again, just like with Forcey, the legends, the tales of the Kamen Riders, because as always, a Kamen Rider is not really a public knowledge thing. It's, some series they do. Well, oh, you're a Kamen Rider, but at other times it's like they're just like stories. They're myths. They're legends that we.
Yeah, I thought that might be like the other possibility too. Is that like they announced this on the 55th anniversary of Kamen Rider. So I was also thinking, well, maybe it could also possibly be based on like the last 55 years of riders there in this show. They're like myths and legends, and maybe some people have had spottings or they recorded footage of certain riders or something. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Can you imagine like seeing the famous video of Bigfoot walking away, and it's Kamen Rider Stronger or someone like that walking away?
Yeah, like after they defeat a kaijin.
Yeah, or it's Zeztz Catastrum form, just like big hulking match. Just look back and okay, I see what you did there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what the press conference talked about. A lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a Kamen Rider fan, it is good to be a fan right now. I know some people were like, well, why didn't they talk about Sentai?
Sentai is on hiatus, dude.
Just chill out, okay? Sentai is dead. Did you not watch the Japan World Wrestling a couple weeks ago? when Go On Red and all of them showed up, Sentai ain't dead, my friends. You can't kill a hero. They are still around. When we'll probably get it maybe in 10 years, maybe. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. And I remember one person made this disgusting comment. I can't remember if it was a comment or a post, but they said something along the lines of, "I hope that Space Sheriff Gavan does poorly so they could bring Sentai back." And I've already mentioned this in an earlier video. It's like no, like Sentai's not going to come back just because Gavan fails. If Gavan also fails, that means both Sentai and Gavan are not coming back. See, the thing is, if Gavan was successful, then their budget could go up, and then they could humor the idea of, what if we brought Sentai back and we could do all 3 shows together?
I mean, they've done that before. Look at 1987. We had Masked Man, Kamen Rider Black, and Metalder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably just some kid talking out of his mouth.
No, it was like a dude in his 30s.
I swear, man.
Well, this guy obviously is one of those people who doesn't know how these things work.
If you don't, if that's how you are, man, then you know what, you're the reason why, like, you know, the fandoms, any fandom is looked at horribly. Yeah. Like, seriously, like, no joke. You're the guy that just cannot have fun. You guys gotta have it your way and ruin everyone else. So, shame on you. That's all I'll say.
They don't speak for us.
No, they don't. I'm hoping. I mean, so far, I'm like, oh, looks like Gavin's doing good. It's good to hear.
Yeah, like at the beginning of the press conference, they even mentioned like the streaming numbers on the premiere of Zeztz. It was like,
yeah. Holy shit, they're ridiculous. They are ridiculous numbers. How people were like all over this.
Yeah. And well, any last comments on the thing?
No.
Okay. Jake?
Well, it's not exactly towards Ryder, but you know, just to be quick, we were like 3 or 4 episodes into Gavan Infinity, and a bunch of people online were saying, "Oh, the toys aren't selling well." Oh, and people are just glancing by them, and I'm like, we're like 4 episodes into the show. Give it some time. Yeah, I don't expect it to make the same numbers as Kamen Rider. But it's like, guys, just give it some time.
Yeah, and besides, like me, like I did go out of my way to look for toys for like both Zeztz and Gavan, and honestly, like aside from random Capsum, the only like at 7-Eleven or Lawson's, etc. The only place I could find like with like prominent toys from like either series is literally at Toys R Us in Ikebukuro. I'm sure like other Toys R Us locations probably like have them too, but like the only Toys R Us I went to was the one in Ikebukuro, and let me tell you, like there's only 2 reasons why I didn't buy anything from the Toys R Us. Was because, one, my suitcase would not have enough room for that, because it's like, because the Gavron, that gun mecha thing,
Gavarian trigger.
Yeah, the Gavarian trigger, it's pretty big. And the other issue is like, because it was literally my last day in Japan, other than like not counting the day I go to the airport, it's like I ran my budget quite a bit because I was there for 2 weeks. It's like, if I went to the Toys R Us like literally in the first 3 days, believe me, I would have. Believe me. But but unfortunately, not enough room in my suitcase to carry any new toys, and again, like I had to prioritize my budget. But beyond that, it's like, it's like believe me, I wish I could, it's just an unfortunate thing, but I can assure you, My reasons for not getting it definitely have nothing to do with the fact that, oh, I don't care for Gavan. No, I do care. But I'll tell you this. The auxiliary vehicles, like, they're not cheap either. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because everything is cheaper in Japan compared to like in terms of American prices, everything's cheaper in Japan. That's good for us, not good for them, because that means their economy is not good because right now a dollar is 160 yen, but that
Oh,
yeah, so it's like tourist money is going to be really important in Japan for the next couple of months, if not years. And interestingly enough, is that unlike America, instead of just raising the prices on everything when there's an inflation, they actually lowered the prices of things because people need to actually afford food. But I'm guessing that's part of the reason why like toys and stuff are so expensive, because it's like you're gonna lower price on one thing, you're gonna have to raise the price on something else.
necessities are lowered while luxuries are increased. That's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should be. But also, it's like it does make me a little bit sad as as a Toku fan. But it is what it is. Morphicon's around the corner. I'm going like hopefully, hopefully a merchant will have good prices on those toys.
Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Yeah. So that's it. For the press conference. Time now for the comment section because we did not get to do that at all yet. Okay, so comments time. Triple X-Ray Z. Nice. Kabuto's back. Yes, I am. All right.
Oh, you're not talking about Kabuto 20th? Well, I guess either way.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, whatever.
There's no chill with Sieg.
No, of course not.
Yep. In other news, the sky is blue and the grass is green.
Yeah. Yeah, interestingly enough, the sky is actually purple. Yeah, scientifically speaking. I wonder what Minami's new resolve will do to Code's tactics. Yeah,
Good
I
question.
think. Yeah, and like even in the trailer, like for the next episode, we see like there's gonna be like a face off between Kotaro, between Baki and Zero, and Zero like makes like this hand gesture, like "Come at me, bro."
Yeah, but it's black sets. So
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
they got Tetsuo Kurata to be a black Zeztz. Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
All right. All right. Zeztz versus Geets. Which diamond is crazier? Ooh, Diamond's Unbreakable reference. That's dope. Yeah, I mean they do have similar powers, don't they? But considering that this is not Zetz's final form, I am curious what his final form's abilities would be. Because keep in mind, for Forze, magnetism is his mid form, while for Revice, magnetism is their final form. So yeah. So let's see how that plays out. And that's it for the comments, guys. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We discuss Kamen Rider Zeztz, Kamen Rider Ryuki, Ultraman Cosmos, and Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. We're gonna do Gavan Infinity tomorrow, as well as Ultraman Cosmos. And then on Wednesday, we're going to do a makeup session for Kamen Rider Ryuki. Yes, I have the poster right over here. Yeah, so yeah, I'm very excited to discuss those first 6 episodes of Ryuki, which I have right up here. There we go. Yeah, so can't wait. I'm excited. All right. All right, and if you want to say hi to us in person, we'll be at the following conventions: Robo Toy Fest, May 31st to the 26th at the Burbank Marriott Convention Center; Power Morphicon on August 28th through the 30th at the Pasadena Convention Center. We love you guys. We hope to see you again real soon. Check out our personal contents as well as our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss all things video games, news, vlogs, etc. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. Goodbye, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Ryder.
I'm on it.